It's a nice rainstorm here in Southern California. So I fed the birds underneath the chicken. I fed the chickens underneath the rabbit hutches. So the rabbit fam is nomming on their pellets. I gave them all some Swiss chard leaves as well. The chickens are free to scratch for pellets here if they care to, or they can go graze on grass. Fish pond getting fresh rainwater. Avocado tree. Ripening Valencia oranges. And the vegetable garden. Let's go in there. I kind of like being out in the rain. So we see that the broccolis are thriving. These mature garlics are thriving. All these onion sets are popping up. I'm going to make some herb jelly out of this Thai basil before it freezes. Check out this borage. This thing came as a start just like a month and a half ago. What a beautiful plant. I trimmed all of my chard for dinner last night, so it's coming back already. Look at those cauliflowers. These beets are the best beets I've ever done. Dude, this workhorse of a pepper plant is still pumping out fruits. It's a year and a half old. More chard and broccoli. I am probably going to take this out. It's diseased. The fruits don't want to ripen. I'll probably fry up some fried green tomatoes. Check out this split. There's no excuse for that. There's still septoria. There's something weird going on here. Won't ripen. Whatever. Here you can tell the difference of absorption rates. So, in the ground where I'm mulching and soil regenerating versus the no man's land of the path, we have a lot of high clay content here. I did this because I've had an ongoing battle with Bermuda grass. Bermuda grass is wonderful, but it's also a terror for the same reasons. Like, you can walk on it, you can graze on it, it supports during drought, during floods, but that means you can't kill it in your garden. Or can you? So, see, no absorption, full absorption. Turnips growing, 0 spinach sprouted. Oh, am I wrong? Is that a spinach sprouting? Look, no, sorry, that's the bottom of the snap peas. We've got some purple snap peas. Got more of those. But in the keyhole garden, let me take you back there. Poor Flexi. Flexi is our refugee bird. She's blind and crippled, but she gets a place here. She came over the wall. So back here, this is the compost heap. It's a moldering compost. But behind it, check it out. The keyhole garden is thriving. These are the same snap peas as I showed you in the main garden, but they're like 3 times as tall. Plus, back in those 2 corners, the okras have managed to survive, and there's a healthy sweet potato plant. And it's outlined with garlic sets. Here are the other sweet potato starts. I just planted whole tubers in these pots, and I've been harvesting leaves off for the animals. And then this thing that I call the mini pasture. We've got last year's growth, and then we've got new growth from me seeding just like a few weeks ago, 2 weeks ago maybe, and putting some topper, trying to protect the hay over there. The grow tray is still doing well. Here's an Anaheim pepper that's got some big fruit set on it. This grow tray sucks up fish water from the pond, and it comes out through this. I put some sedge plants from the wild. Those are some cleaner plants that I want to put into our gray water system when we do it. But this grow tray is a nice resource. We're going to start again with the barley fodder. This is a failed radish experiment, but it did create radish greens for the buns. I painted the pot years ago, but I used it because it's still a clay pot, but it's so tall, it doesn't really get the capillary action for the type of plant that this one does. So I think I'd have better luck planting in this empty one here. That's the one I started the broccolis in. We've got an old rosemary. That thing's like 10, 15 years old. And then the bonsai rail. So I also planted some of the mini pasture mix here. That's a flax and clover. Oh look, it's finally starting. Strangely, as soon as I planted that, the dog started crapping on it. He used to crap out here. Oh, here again we see the difference. This is uncovered, unaided soil. We have a lot of clay, and you can see we have pretty low absorption. Compare that to the pasture, full absorption. So soil regeneration works. Do it at your house somehow. I'm going to show you something. These are slip molds for clay. I used to go to the Parks and Rec, had a ceramics class, and you could rent the kiln. I have not been there in years. Anyways, I have these. I can use them if it's still open, if I want to go and try pay. But this is our shed. This thing is a project waiting to happen. So this is just kind of a before. I'm going to clean this out, and we're going to tear this down, and we're going to actually rebuild a fresh, beautiful rabbit barn and cool it and make it so that we can have our rabbits during the hottest days of summer. Don't have to bring them inside. But there's actually so much good stuff in there. Just can't walk through the door. So, cheers. Happy rainy day in Southern California. Love, kindness, peace, and joy to all.